Hi guys. Okay, this is Advanced Woodscraft Lesson 1 Part 2. I was asked by quite a few people after the first video came out who were following my Ground Pounder series and also my Being Sneaky series and said, Blackie, does that align with this? And the question is yes. This is the way that I did a lot when I was doing, shall we say, sneaky camping and also doing ground pounding, of a way to be very quiet in and out. So I've been asked to demonstrate it with a U.S. Army poncho. Now everything is the normal same way. It is still a ridgeline set up, a quick deploy ridgeline, but instead of a tarp we're using a poncho. The connectors are exactly the same, a PONCHO with a soft shackle to connect to. We're adding one extra component here because as was pointed out from the first video I had a stuff sack to put that in. What if you're using something that does not have a stuff sack? Well, you add one additional piece of gear, and that is a bushcraft zip tie, a Canadian jam knot, a paracord, on the end that you're going to end up in, already over the line and set up. So you go around and leave it as a big loop so I can step into it and pull it tight. Okay? Now, to exit, I would pull off my 4 stakes right quick. I would grab my farthest PONCHO knot. I come down here and I grab my PONCHO knot. I'm going to lift up on the tarp. And I'm going to work my PONCHO knot all the way down here at the end. I want to stop about 1 hand's width between this PONCHO knot that's on the front end and the PONCHO knot that I've just brought right there. Okay? Now I'm going to pull everything this way. So the poncho hood is right here. Okay? Now I'm going to take it, roll that hood, and just real quick roll all this up. Go over. That hand width is the width of my material. Now here's PONCHO A, here's PONCHO B. Here's that Canadian jam knot. Now I'm going to pull out, grab at the bottom, and real tight roll up, letting the air escape. When I get up here to my ridge line, that's where I take that Canadian jam knot and go over the whole thing, cinch it down. Make sure everything's centered up, my line's in good position, cinch down. Now it's hooked to the ridge line. So now all I got to do is take my ridge line off. I can spiral the ridge line up around this. So when I pull this out of my Alice pack, I already have the loop. I go around the tree and I put the toggle in. I then just let go and walk the other end, do the trigger's hitch, boom. There is my shelter ready to go. I can deploy it by simply pulling the cord and opening it up. If I don't want to do that, it can just stay there, but ready to go up quickly. See? If that is the way that's going to work, I can now, like I said, unhook and just spiral it around this for storage to have it ready to go. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that. Now to keep your ridge line from getting all kinked up, spiral one way. When you feel it starting to get a little tenchy, flip it and go the opposite direction. You're still going the same direction on it, but you reverse the tension on the cord, and so therefore it's not kinking up as much. Alright, I get down here, got that on top. Now I can loosen my bushcraft zip tie. Okay, now I spiral my line up. I grab a hold of the key knot and I unlock, and I tuck it underneath and re-cinch that bushcraft zip tie. Now I pull my toggle out, and there I go. Now, there is my shelter system set up, ready to quick deploy with the U.S. Army poncho. This could work with other tarps as well, but you see what I'm doing. There's my ridge line captured by that bushcraft zip tie. All I gotta do is pull that knot right there and it'll come loose. Okay, I can make a shorter bushcraft zip tie, can I? Just one specifically for this, not have all this excess. There's my ridge line trapped, and here's the other end with the loop. That loop so I can go around the tree, go back through itself, and stick a stick in it right quick and have a toggle lock right there against the tree. Very sweet and simple. There's the whole package. Now all I got to do with this is I hook my little underneath like that, and that goes in my pack like that, ready to go. So when I pull it out, I can put it up quickly. Hook this, unhook that, and leave my tarp rolled up. All I got to do is loosen, pull my ridge line out, re-cinch so it don't drop and hit the ground if I don't want it to. Walk out and put my line out right quick, and then use the rest of the tarp. Very quick and easy. Now this video will be posted into the Ground Pounder series, as well as here into the beginning of the Advanced Woodscraft. There will be an additional Woodscraft video dropping probably tomorrow, if not the next day, where we're going to deal with the next step in lesson 2, which is about the tent stakes. But I wanted to make a part 2 to answer the question that so many of you have asked of Blackie about a little stealth shelter or being sneaky or etc. Would this apply? And yes, this is how I did it back in the day. I was running a U.S. Army poncho. It didn't have a nice pretty bright colored ridge line. It'd been an OD green ridge line. I would not deploy my shelter until after dark, after I was absolutely secure that this place was going to be safe to be in, going to be quiet, there was nobody here, nothing that was going to give me away. Only then did I set up my hammock and set this up. All of the gear remained stowed in the pack, hung up at the top of the hammock. So if I had to extricate out in the middle of the night, all I had to do was stand up, grab the pack, unhook the hammock, roll it around my arm, and I'll demonstrate that in a future video. Take my tarp, roll it up like you just saw in about a minute, stuff it like this, and I could be gone and on my way in under 5 minutes. That was the idea. Hope you've enjoyed this content, guys. If you have, please hit that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. And comment down there. Tell me what your thoughts are. A lot of you old vets used a lot of these ponchos in Vietnam. What tricks did you use? Love to hear from you. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.